My name is Sabrina Arena. I'm Associate Professor at University of Torino and Group Leader at the Candiolo Cancer Institute in Candiolo, Torino, Italy. It is a really great pleasure for me today to show you the preliminary results of the INSIGHT study, which is a translational study aimed at providing biological and molecular data with high clinical impact. INSIGHT is actually the name of the trial, the prospective observational trial, where myself and Dr. Pasquale Rescigno are co-principal investigators. This study is focused on the identification of genomic screening pathways in cancer patients with DNA repair alteration and is centered on two different types of aims. The clinical ones, which are based on the genomic profiling of prostate cancer patient samples in order to identify and validate the role and the clinical impact of DDR alteration. And on the translational side, we aim to generate patient-derived preclinical models, organoids, in order to identify novel therapeutic targets and also novel therapeutic strategies to treat prostate cancer patients. Previous studies have already shown how heterogeneous is the prostate cancer, not only at the biological level, but also at the genomical level. And beyond the already known alteration in the androgen receptor, if we focus on DDR, we can appreciate that in the localized setting, around 10 to 20% of the samples show somatic alteration in DDR, and this percentage increases dramatically if we move to the metastatic setting. The role of the DNA damage response is well known. It's essential for the survival of tumor cells, and the role of some genes such as BRCA1 is already well known, especially for its important implication at the clinical level for the use of PARP inhibitors such as olaparib. However, the role of other DDR alteration is still largely unexplored, and no prospective data are actually currently available in the localized setting. In addition, more DDR inhibitors are currently undergoing clinical development in different trials, and so we may exploit this opportunity in order to identify novel therapeutic strategies for prostate cancer. How can we model this alteration, and how can we test the efficacy of these drugs? We need models. The ones that are currently available in the scientific community are not enough. We have cell lines which are only gained from metastatic tumors, so we miss the localized setting. In addition, they do not really cover the complexity and the heterogeneity of prostate cancer. Other preclinical models include PDX, which are very high cost and time consuming. So we need to rely on models that closely mimic the heterogeneity and the clinical pathological features of prostate cancers. And for this reason, we decided to focus our translational research on the generation of prostate cancer patients-derived organoids. At the practical point of view, we received from the anatomopathology unit the tissue, and we process it in order to generate these organoids that are then characterized at the immunohistochemical level, at the genomic level, but also at the pharmacological level. If we go to numbers, this trial has started in 2023, and so far we have received 75 samples from the two different hospitals involved in this study, and all these samples actually come from the first cohort, from the cohort of localized prostate cancer. Out of these 75 samples, around 60% were amenable for generation of organoids that survived until the second passages. And among these, we were able to identify a subcohort of 30% of organoids that were able to survive for longer time, allowing us to perform pharmacological screening. Below here, you can see an example of immunohistochemical characterization of organoids. You can appreciate here the H&E staining, in which you can see the very similar morphology of the organoids respect to the tissue of origin. Here is a picture taken at bright field microscopy, and here an immunofluorescence staining of luminal and basal cell markers to better phenotypically characterize our models. If we move to molecular analysis, we have taken advantage of a brand new panel from Illumina, the TSO500 HRD, which allowed us to sequence in a targeted way our samples. We started from a selected initial cohort of 16 patients. And we have also calculated the G-score, the genomic instability score, and the higher is the score, and the higher is supposed to be also the HR deficiency of these tumors with, as we know, very important clinical consequences. We found one model here with very high G-score. Unfortunately, we were not able to obtain organoids from these patients. But as you can see, two other examples, patient 24, these showed a quite high, relatively high G-score, 23, was the corresponding organoids resulted quite responsive to olaparib, while another patient 12 with very low Gs, 7, and I can tell you that also the corresponding organoid had very low Gs, resulted quite unresponsive to olaparib. The very same organoid was subjected to drug screening in order to identify possible therapeutic alternatives. And this organoid resulted also very mildly responsive to ATM inhibitor and ATR inhibitor, but it was very sensitive to DNA PK inhibitor. So as a preliminary conclusion, we can say that we have optimized culture of these prostate cancer PDOs. We have established a pipeline for their molecular and pharmacological profiling. We have defined the HR status through the G-score in patients and the corresponding PDOs. And we have preliminarily identified some potential novel therapeutic targets. As perspectives, we, of course, want to complete the patient's enrollment in the INSIGHT study. We want to generate a larger biobank of prostate cancer organoids, and we hope to define novel therapeutic targets and strategies for prostate cancer patients. Let me thank finally all the people that made this work possible. So all my lab, in particular, Elena Patova, which is leading the project, and Laura Bizzozero, who is generating and taking care of the organoids, all our internal and external collaborators, all the patients and their family, and thank you.